Hi everyone, it's Anna from TechHut, and today I'm going to be talking about the iPhone 6, which was released in September 2014, and whether it's still worth getting in 2017. So first of all, let's take a quick look at the specs of the iPhone 6. This device has a 4.7-inch display with a resolution of 1334 by 750, an A8 chip with 64-bit architecture, and an M8 motion coprocessor. It also has an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera with 1080p video recording in 30 and 60 fps, and a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. And as far as storage goes, the iPhone 6 is available in 16, 64 and 128GB capacities. And as far as colours go, the 6 is only available in space grey, gold or silver, which I personally have. However, the newer iPhone SE, 6S and 7 are available in a wider range of colours. So that's the majority of these specs out of the way, and of course the newer iPhones do have better specs, but they're also a lot more expensive. And in 2017 you can pick a used iPhone 6 up for roughly £250, which is about $300. So moving on to the cameras on the iPhone 6, I managed to take some pretty decent photos and videos on the rear camera, but the front-facing camera is where the phone shows its age. As I said earlier, it's only 1.2 megapixels, which is pretty lame, especially considering the iPhone 7 has a 7-megapixel front-facing camera. So if you are a selfie addict, the iPhone 6 might not cut it for you. And of course, the iPhone 6S and 7 also have the feature of live photos, which the iPhone 6 lacks. Moving on to the display, which is the exact same resolution as the 6S, but the 6S and 7 do have the fancy 3D touch feature, which in basic terms is when you press down the screen hard, you can reveal shortcuts for apps and I think a few other features. However, as far as the average consumer goes, in my opinion, the screen is perfectly usable on the iPhone 6. I watch a lot of Netflix and YouTube videos on my phone, and personally don't mind the screen at all. It's nothing special, but nothing terrible, just average. As far as speed goes, if you've watched any speed tests between the 6, 6S and 7, you'll know the 6 is a fair bit slower, not only in booting up and loading apps, but also the Touch ID. The 6, I believe, has the first generation Touch ID as opposed to the 6S and 7 with the much faster second gen Touch ID. However, the iPhone 6 is still definitely usable as far as performance goes. Just bear in mind it's not super fast, and at times I resort to using the passcode to unlock my phone. Last but not least, as far as design goes, the iPhone 6 looks almost exactly the same as the 6S, and the 7 surprisingly isn't that different. Although the 7 doesn't have a headphone jack, which of course the 6, 6S and the iPhone SE all have. Obviously, design is down to personal choice. Some people prefer the iPhone SE's smaller design compared to the 6 and 6S, and some prefer the 7. Personally, I like the 6 and 6S the most, and as far as OS goes, the iPhone 6 can still run the latest iOS 10. So to conclude, in my opinion, the iPhone 6 is still a great phone in 2017, and as long as you don't mind a slightly slower phone with a pretty rubbish front-facing camera and slow Touch ID, I would say that this is still a great phone, especially if you don't want to spend a fortune, and if you're not too bothered about having the latest gadgets. However, if you prefer the smaller form factor of the iPhone 5S, the iPhone SE might be what you're looking for, as it's newer and faster than the iPhone 6 but still doesn't cost a ridiculous price like the 7. Or if you don't mind paying a bit more, the iPhone 6S or 7 might be for you, especially if you want a newer generation iPhone. So thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this.